test 1, test 2. MC mic test 1, 2, 3. Welcome, graduates. It is great to see you all here today, and we are sure you're very excited to be attending your graduation ceremony. In a short while, we will be playing a short graduation briefing video to ensure you are ready for this graduation ceremony. In addition to what you will see in the video, we would like to advise you of the following. Please wear your face masks and maintain physical distancing at all times, as it is a requirement of this event. Please leave all your personal belongings under your seat before you line up to receive your awards on the stage. And do remember to collect them again as soon as you return to your seats. We have an official photographer who is seated in front of the stage, who will take stage photographs of all graduates. So please remember to pause and face the camera when receiving your award. Could our photographer please stand and identify yourself? Let's give the audience a wave. So the two gentlemen are there. So please do take note, when you have received or receiving your award, do pause and face them for your photograph. Yeah, look at the camera, not the light. Okay? Okay, lastly, as you will have to negotiate many steps as you make your way to and from the stage, please take your time and watch your step. Thank you, graduates. And now to the video.
Hey you, in the hat! On behalf of Curtin University, we'd just like to say how incredibly proud we are of each and every one of you. Uni isn't easy. It's not supposed to be. But now you're through to the other side, we truly hope you can say you've had a wonderful time. So let's graduate. First, we'll run through a few hot tips for the big day ahead. Before we begin this incredibly special, memorable day, could we ensure your phone is off, or at least on silent? We are live streaming this whole event for those who sadly could not attend, so we've got it covered. Please make sure you are sitting in your allocated seat according to your graduate ticket. Once you arrive at your seat, if you notice you are in fact at the wrong seat, speak with one of our friendly ushers who will be able to assist you. It is crucial that you are in the correct seat, so you will be called up on stage in the correct order. Once the ceremony begins, you'll be asked to stand for the national anthem. It is also an appropriate gesture to remove your mortarboard for the national anthem. As you wait in line, an usher will check off your name. We will also check your regalia is on correctly. Firstly, your mortarboard should be parallel to the floor. The small point should be at the front. The tassel should hang on the left-hand side of your face. Your regalia should end up looking like this. Please wait at the top of the ramp until your name is called. When your name is called, walk towards the chancellor. When you reach the chancellor, you doff or tip your mortarboard to acknowledge them. You doff by touching your mortarboard with your right hand and a slight bow. Your award will now be handed to you by the chancellor. You will both be holding your award like this while your official photo with the chancellor is taken. We ask that you do not shake hands in order to protect the health of yourself and others. It's now time for you to follow our directions and head back to your original seat. Please remain in your seat until the end of the ceremony to receive the Chancellor's charge to graduates. While seated, remember to take a look around. Soak in the atmosphere and quietly reflect on the early mornings, late nights, and hard work it took for you now to be sitting amongst your peers as a graduate of Curtin University. Enjoy your ceremony, and congratulations to you all.
Thank you for your attention. We will start the proceedings shortly. Good morning, and a very warm welcome to all of you. I would also like to extend a special welcome to those attending this graduation ceremony online. My name is Nicholas Leong, and I will be your host for this ceremony. Before we start the formal part of the proceedings, here are more important messages. The graduates crossing the stage today have worked hard for their awards. Therefore, as a mark of respect to their achievement, please do not leave this auditorium until the ceremony is officially concluded. Please be reminded to wear your face masks and maintain safe physical distancing at all times. Kindly switch off your mobile phones or switch them to silent mode so as not to disrupt the proceedings. If you wish to take photographs, please do so from your seat. Please do not come to the front of the stage or obstruct the view of others in any way. We would also like to brief you on some safety features of this auditorium. In case of an emergency requiring evacuation, please exit through the doors marked Keluar on either side of the stage and to your rear alongside the last row of tiered seating. The assembly point upon evacuation is the open grass area next to this auditorium and library complex's car park. In any case, our emergency response team will be on hand to ensure everyone exits in a calm and orderly manner and guide you to the assembly point. For your information, this building is fully equipped with safety features, including fire alarms, sprinklers, hose reels, and fire extinguishers. And before we commence, graduates, please be reminded to return your regalia to our regalia team at the study area in Heron 1, latest by 6 p.m. this evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen, may I ask you to please stand to receive the academic procession. Please remain standing for the national anthems of Malaysia and Australia, Negaraku, and Advance Australia Fair.
Rejoice, for we are one and free.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the pleasure of having Vice Chancellor of Curtin University, Professor Harleen Hayne, commence the proceedings from Perth.
Kaya, it is with deep respect that I recognize that I am speaking to you from the traditional lands of the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation. I greatly value the traditional knowledge and cultural practices of the First Nations peoples, and I seek to learn and teach with them in partnership. I would also like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which you are today in Sarawak, Malaysia. On behalf of the Chancellor, the Council, and members of staff, I am delighted to welcome you to this graduation ceremony in Miri. I would also like to welcome our speaker for today's ceremony, Young Berbahagia Datuk Patingi, Tan Sri Dr. George Chan Hong Nam, Pro-Chancellor, Curtin University, Malaysia, who will deliver this ceremony's graduation address. In addition to those fortunate enough to be here in person with you today, some of our graduates and their family and friends are joining the ceremony online due to travel restrictions or health concerns. To those of you who, like me, cannot be there in person, we are delighted that you are still able to be part of this very important event. On behalf of Curtin University, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations to all of our graduates. Your graduation represents a significant milestone in your life, and today we are all here to celebrate that milestone with you. We're here to honor and acknowledge your dedication, your commitment, and your very hard work. I was the first person in my family to attend university. My university education changed my life and the lives of my children forever. I understand that no one ever gets to a moment like this on their own. Like me, I am sure that today's graduates have relied on the support of their family and friends throughout their university journey, and that they are grateful for all the ways in which you, the members of our audience, have helped them to achieve this important milestone in their life. As the Vice Chancellor, I am extremely proud of the way in which our students have adjusted to the changes created by the pandemic. You've demonstrated great resilience and a wonderful spirit, the same practical, adaptive, can-do spirit which has been part of Curtin since its earliest days. I know that some of you will have done more than half of your studies online, and that you've missed out on many of the opportunities of university life. So your graduation is a testament not only to your academic ability, but more importantly, perhaps, it's a testament to your character. To the Pro-Chancellor, Tan Sri Dr. George Chan, I thank you and all of our colleagues in Miri for your ongoing support during these extremely tough and challenging times. At Curtin University, we believe in strong connections, connections with our land, with industry and community partners, and most importantly, with students and graduates like you. I strongly encourage you to remain connected to the Curtin family as you become part of our network of over 250,000 alumni across the world. On behalf of Curtin University, I congratulate you all wholeheartedly, and I wish you the very best for the future. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to invite the chair of the Curtin University Malaysia Management Committee, Yang Berhormat Dato Sri Dr. Lee Kim Shin, representing the Chancellor of Curtin University, to step forward for the presentation of awards. I would also like to invite Professor Andrea Zins, Dean of the Faculty of Business, to introduce the graduates from the Faculty of Business.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce the following graduates from the Faculty of Business. For the Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Winnie Chen Pei Xian. For the Bachelor of Commerce Accounting and Entrepreneurship, Amy He Shi Ying. Ashley Hong Sin Lei. Benedict Fu Jing. Elvin Chong Sian King. Leong Chia Hao. Lester Chin Kien Lung. Sabrina Chai Yi Hyun. Wong Li Wen. Adeline Chok Yi Ling. For the Bachelor of Commerce, Accounting and Finance, with distinction, Amy Lee Feng Feng. With distinction, Dane Ong Shu Hao. With distinction and member of the Vice Chancellor's list, Irene Wong In Yin. With distinction and member of the Vice Chancellor's list, Kelly Ling Yi Ki. With distinction, Ling Xin Yi. With distinction, Melanie Chan Wei. Joining us virtually this morning, with distinction, New Mei Jie. With distinction and member of the Vice Chancellor's list, Shane Zhong Kim Cheng. With distinction, Chong Li Wen. Alisa Lo Xiao Xin. Ashley Sim Ching Xing. Evan Wong Chong Xiang. Caroline Teo Kai Jing. Chen Xiao Wei. Chong Xin Hui. Chu Yingying. Christine Chuo Chong Hui. Colin He Tao Wai. Erica Wong Wei Ting. Evelyn Hu Xin Yu. Guo Chia Yin. Ho Yen Yen. Hong Ker Yi. Hor Ki Wei. Jane Honglin Xian. Jessica Yong CC. Jonathan Sin Mao Chuan. Hua Yu Han. Lai Wei Jie. Lei Wei Chen. Meili Linundus Lanus. Naminraj A.L. Livdesvaran. Ningqing Ya. Nurul Sifa binti Munir. Sanjit Singh Rikraj IL Sarjit Singh. Xiu Ru Xiang. Sokar Yin. Stephanie Yapka Yi. Teng Suk Feng. Tiffany Chong Niet Jun. Ting Ki Yu. Joining us virtually this morning, Violet Wimbai Mark. Yuki Nui Ye Zi. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Business. Chancellor, we also congratulate graduates in absentia.
Thank you, Professor Zins. And Yang Berhormat Dr. Lee, please take your seat. Ladies and gentlemen, Curtin University Malaysia Pro-Chancellor Yang Berbahagia Dr. Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. George Chan was delegated to represent the Chancellor at this ceremony, but is unfortunately unable to attend and extends his sincerest apologies to all the graduates. The delegation has now been passed to Yang Berhormat Dato Sri Dr. Lee Kim Shin, who will now deliver this ceremony's occasional address as representative of the Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor.
Thank you, Nicholas. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Curtin University graduation ceremony here this morning. Professor Alan Ain, the Vice Chancellor of Curtin University, Dr. Ose Murang, Chairman of Curtin Malaysia Sinberhad, Professor Simon Leunig, Vice Chancellor, President and Chief Executive of Curtin Malaysia, Senior Management, Deans and faculty staff of Curtin Malaysia, graduates and family members, ladies and gentlemen. Graduates, it is with great honor that I stand before you today as chair of the Curtin University Malaysia Management Committee and representative of Vice Chancellor Professor Alan Ain and Pro-Chancellor Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. George Chan at this ceremony. It is also an honor to share your joy and sense of achievement amidst these extraordinary and difficult times. Most of us, even in our wildest dreams, would never have imagined that the events of the past 2 years could occur in our lifetimes. The speed at which life around us has been disrupted and change has surprised us all. I can understand if your journey to this day has seemed an extraordinarily long and arduous one. Some of you completed your degrees as far back as 2019 and have waited until now to formally celebrate your achievement. Despite it all, I trust it has been a fruitful and rewarding journey. Congratulations to all of you. Your achievement is most well deserved. Today, as you mark your graduation from Curtin University, it is timely to reflect on what has transpired and consider how you should prepare to face the challenges ahead. These are unprecedented challenges in years to come. However, there will also be opportunities to explore new ways of thinking and doing things, introduce new business ventures, make new scientific and technological discoveries, and more. Will you be ready for these challenges? At Curtin, we teach our students to be innovative, creative, and entrepreneurial, to think originally and unconventionally, and not to be afraid to push the boundaries. But above all, we teach them to be respectful, culturally aware, and open to others' ideas, to accept change and embrace the unknown. These attributes have been well demonstrated in how all of you quickly adapted to the new conditions when we swiftly migrated to online learning during the pandemic. You work with your lecturers and peers to continue effective learning, and many of you excel in your studies. You manage to show the adaptability and perseverance that our times demand to reach your ultimate goal. And perhaps I would like to share with you my life experience. And when I was young, my parents always reminded me that education is the key to success in life, and that I must always focus on education. And that advice that really makes me what I am today. Without seriously pursuing education, right up to tertiary education, I would not be able to achieve what I have achieved today. So graduates, remember that learning is a lifelong process. And although after we have graduated, we will still continue to learn, because there's so much new knowledge to learn just ahead of us. And it is my personal belief that the possession of those qualities and values can transform, able to adapt to critical circumstances and provide solutions to humanity's grand challenges. So this is not the end. It is rather the beginning of a new, perhaps even more exciting life journey ahead. Who knows what tomorrow may bring to all of us? The uncertainties should not be a personal impediment, but rather an opportunity to modify your way of thinking, to be creative in your own ideas, and redefine your approaches to challenges and opportunities. As Curtin graduates, you should see yourself as leaders with obligations to support and contribute to the communities you live in. Live by the university's commitment to transform lives and communities for the better. Congratulations on your graduation. I wish you every success in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Yang Muhammad, Dr. Sri, Dr. Lee, for delivering the occasional address. I'm sure our graduates today can take inspiration from it as they move forward in their careers. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite the Pro Vice Chancellor, President, and Chief Executive of Curtin University, Malaysia, Professor Simon Lunig, to the podium to deliver a special message from Pro Chancellor Dr. Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. George Chan, followed by the charge to graduates.
Firstly, let me thank Dato Sri Lee for his words and advice, and I think it's very relevant to us all today about the challenges that we have faced. As I look out here today, it's with both a bit of sadness that we're not a totally full crowd, but also happiness to see the faces of the graduates and their parents and their friends. Obviously, the COVID restrictions have meant that we've had to follow a very strict set of rules and regulations to make sure this event was held in a suitable and a healthy manner. And so I appreciate everyone's support in doing that. Unfortunately, some of the graduates couldn't join us and have had to join us virtually. The Vice-Chancellor also had to join us virtually. And with the COVID travel restrictions, also our Pro-Chancellor, Tan Sri George Chan, was unable to join us this morning. He did, though, ask me if I would read out some words from him. These are his words. From various sources of feedback, I have come to understand and appreciate that you, as graduates, have a lot of concerns about the pandemic and also your employment prospects for the future, especially getting a job in the next period. I'm not going to paint you a rose-coloured picture. Firstly, the pandemic and its consequences will just not go away in the near future. It will take at least a year or two for us to get back to business as usual, even if there is such a thing. Secondly, finding a job under these circumstances is not going to be as easy as before. You have to understand that a lot of organisations and businesses have never encountered such a situation before, and they will need some time to readjust, chart a new course, which will incorporate new factors such as the Internet of Things, data analytics, blockchain, artificial intelligence, cyber security, and of course the list continues. However, on the bright side, you have a very good and well-respected qualification from Curtin University. And here at Curtin, Malaysia, you have been taught to be innovative and ready to face challenges. I have no doubt you will do well when you leave us. One last piece of advice: believe in yourself and do whatever your passion is. To all our staff, lecturers and professors, on behalf of the Council and the members of the University, I would like to say a big thank you for all your hard work and dedication beyond the call of duty during the difficult times. And of course to the parents who shared our concerns and problems with patience and understanding. Dr. George Chan. The award certificate that graduates receive today recognises the significant effort that they have all made in achieving their goal. They should display it proudly. Can I ask all of our graduates to please stand? Don't be shy. Thank you. I now charge you by the common bond that unites us all to uphold Curtin University's values of integrity, respect, courage, excellence and impact. I trust wherever your path takes you in the future that your life will be happy and fruitful, not only for you, but also for all of those around you. On behalf of the Curtin University Malaysia Council, I thank you all for sharing in this celebration, particularly those who have joined us online. Thank you, graduates. Please be seated. We are all extremely proud of the achievements of our graduates. They don't get here without a lot of support, though. I'm going to ask all of the families and the friends, whoever's present, if you could now stand up, please. Family, friends, please stand, if you can. And we're going to congratulate you, graduates. Thanks very much to our parents, our friends who have supported us all this way. Thank you. Please be seated. Finally, to the graduates. After perhaps 3 or longer years, you've got to the point of graduation through lots of hard work, support from your friends, family, your lecturers and professors. You now hold a degree from Curtin University. Part of that is, though, the responsibility of holding on to that degree and doing something for the community, for yourselves, for your parents, for your family, and for the future. So I ask you to take that seriously. Take what you've learnt in university and do something with it. Okay? Don't just finish here. Please keep learning, keep growing, and do something better. As we talk about in our motto, make tomorrow better. For some of you, you will have already got jobs. Others will be looking for work. There's also the opportunity of further study. We have many master's programs and indeed doctorate programs here at Curtin University, Malaysia. I'd also like to thank my staff to put together this event. Obviously it was quite a lot of work with all of the rules that we had to face, and I really appreciate the efforts that the staff have gone to put this together. They've done a lot of hard work behind the scenes and made sure that it was all done appropriately and according to the SOPs. I'd also like to thank the Curtin Malaysia Board, Dadu Osei Murang, who's our chair, is here with us today, our council, and of course Dado Shri, Dr. Lee, who's the chair of our management committee. Thank you to all of those people for their support and making today possible. I now invite our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Nicholas Leong, back to the podium to close today's ceremony. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you, Professor Lunig. Graduates, thank you for choosing Curtin University and Curtin University Malaysia. It has been our great pleasure to be part of your education. So ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the end of this morning's ceremony. Refreshments are available at the cafeteria, and our staff and student volunteers will show you the way as you exit. Graduates, may I remind you once again that all hired regalia are to be returned by 6 p.m. at the study area in Heron 1. You're also reminded to collect your stage photographs from the music room within 1 hour of this ceremony. I now ask you all to please stand as the stage party retires, followed by a procession of the graduates. Thank you.
is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Raise a cup up for all my day ones. 2 million new figures for the haters. Life's only getting greater. Straight up from nothing we go up. Higher than the highest skyscraper. No leap too late, we major. The proof is in the paper. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the bad in the past, now we alright.
Hey, Lonnie, I got you. Yeah, and it's a feeling that I can't explain. How you make it and your team still stay the same. Stay down from the jump and they never change. Man, it's a moment I could never trade. Yeah, I told my moms not to stress no more. Go hit the Bentley store and no credit card debts no more. I bought the crib and it's an escrow now, so you don't never have to worry about how you gon' pay rent no more. I put my team in position, now they making a killing. Stacking blue faces straight to the ceiling. Out in Vegas, I'm with them ordering bottles in the A.